Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 38 of Europa Universalis IV as Japan. We are about to get another little uprising, so we are just going to move our troops down into position to deal with it. Luckily it did happen right near the end of the first month, which means we get a very good manpower recovery tick. Morale recovery tick. Hopefully we can get there before it pops. We do have our leader there with maneuver, so he should get there quite quickly. Let's give them one more month. There we go. They're near enough at full maintenance. So let's go and pop that. 12 noble regiments. Now, unfortunately, they didn't get a penalty because it is just in grasslands. But we do outnumber them significantly, and that should be them wiped. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back and move you back over to the capital. I think we can probably safely put our army maintenance back down again. We do want to leave it somewhere up because, of course, we still want to be able to reinforce. So we're not making money, but we're not losing money either. And we can keep reinforcing. We still have quite a low manpower cap. Given the size of our country, only having 65,000 manpower does seem quite low. But there we go. What's that? The speed at which manpower is... Oh, army tradition. Our army tradition is probably terrible. We haven't been at war for a while. Army tradition 37.2. Yeah, not great. Our naval tradition is actually a lot better, but you do get naval tradition from protecting trade. We've just got that one fort, which is giving us next to no army tradition. Fully maintained forts, 0.05. Yeah, it's not really worth the effort. So where is our focus currently on points? Oh, don't want to create a subject. So also another cool thing that you get as well on the... Oh, that's appeared down at the bottom now. That's weird. That doesn't normally happen. I've broken the game, guys. What was I wanting to do? Focus, that was it. So yeah, they've changed a lot of the interface in Cossacks as well. More specifically, you've got the buttons to see your relationships with people. But you can also set your attitude towards people. So whereas the player's attitude is normally AI, you can actually say that you are friendly with someone, or you're hostile towards them, or you're threatened by them, which is quite a nice little touch. Let's go ahead and sort out that colony. What about this one up here? 500 natives. It'll probably be safe if we just send the guy on his own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thought this should be a colonial nation by now. Or does it not count for some reason? It is in a colonial region, surely. Where are we? Although possibly in different colonial regions. Ah, yes, that's why. 2 different colonial regions. Okay, well that's fine. We can work up into colonial California. We can also work down into colonial Mexico. We can go in both directions. Which is what we are doing. Why are you sitting out here and you're... What are you doing? Why are there 10 random lights here? Oh no, I had you protecting trade somewhere else. Okay, that's fine. That confused the crap out of me there for a moment. So let's unpause and allow things to continue. We've sent that colonist back out, so that will get that job done. So at the minute, again, we are just trying to westernize. This is, I think once I have westernized, assuming that it all goes according to plan and we do successfully westernize, that's probably where I think about ending the series, because I think once we're westernized, we will be just so powerful in this area of the world. I think we're definitely going to be the first person around here to westernize. So if we wanted to go to war against Ming as a Western power against a Chinese tech group, we should be able to just steamroll everybody over here. And that is as fun as it can be. It's also not fun, if that makes any sense. We can go and fabricate a... Let's fabricate on his capital. Why not? I'm also going to have a look and see exactly when Cossacks is coming out, because I don't know the exact date on it. I have asked Paradox if they will be good enough to send me a copy. They have sent me review copies for DLCs for EU4 in the past, including Common Sense, so it's quite possible that they may well send me a review copy, which would be really, really nice, because it means I won't have to buy it. However, even if they don't send me a review copy, I will still buy it anyway. Just depends when I can afford to buy it, so hopefully Patreon will help me out with all of that. They may send me an early access copy. It's unlikely. I know a lot of people do get early access copies, people like Arumba and Quill, but those guys work very, very closely with Paradox. They're very tight-knit. They get invited to all of Paradox's events in Sweden and stuff, so it's obvious they always get sort of copies in advance. I don't mind whether or not I get a copy in advance, although it would be nice to actually go ahead and learn the game and get my tutorials sorted out, but I'd just be happy if they gave me a copy. That'd be really nice. Lose the stability or lose Westernization. Unfortunately, we have to take the stability hit. And as much as I wanted to save admin power, do I want to bump things up? Well, yes, because now we're getting some provincial unrest in Johor. Why did that suddenly jump up to 22.5%? That is a very big jump to suddenly get provincial unrest. Is it because the separatists, the recent uprising went away? There's the problem. Well, we can move you down into there, and you should sort that out. You're not at full maintenance, but that should be enough to reduce that down. At least I hope it is. Friendly troops. Only minus 2.13. Western influence, religious unity, non-accepted culture, separatism. The separatism will start to go away. We need to try and convert it as quickly as possible, really, because it's Sunni. And that's part of the problem. It's causing that religious unrest. So, what is our current national unrest? Minus 6.8. We could go ahead and boost the stability. 150 of our admin points. Let's just go and do it. Minus 1.68. That'll help. It's now down to 9.4. There's still a possibility of a rebellion, but I don't think there's a huge chance. We could always wait until we finish doing the conversion over here, and then we could go and do the conversion down in Johor, put our army maintenance up just to stop that. In fact, if we put our army maintenance up, yes, we'll be losing some money for a while. But at least it'll mean that that should reduce the unrest even more. See, 2.13? Is it not going to work until the end of the month? We'll have a look again at the end of the month, see if it makes a difference. Right, there we go. So friendly troops were 2.13. Yeah, friendly troops is now 5. Because the maximum you can have is 20. 20 troops. If you have more than 20 troops, it doesn't make any difference. And now they're at full maintenance. That is going to help reduce that. Of course, the unrest is going to go up a lot more once we go and start converting it religiously. But at least it will get rid of the intolerance eventually. What have we got here? Gain some inflation for admin. Yeah, we'll take the admin power. We've converted that. Where did all my military power go? Oh, we're actually losing military power at the moment. I was going to say, where did all my military power go? I don't remember teching up, but because our military leader is so terrible, our monthly increase is 3 and we're spending 5. So our military power is actually going down. Let's go and have a look where we are focused. We're currently focused on Diplo. I think we'll actually have to focus on military at the moment just to spread it more evenly across the board. I can't really afford to get any higher advisors. I just wasn't keeping my eye on that. It's a little bit deceiving because it sort of said we were making +3. So I assumed we were making +3 on top of the Westernization spend, but we're not. Now we're making +6. So we're only going to be making 1 per month. As you can see, it's just gone up from 7 to 8. So that's fine. Apparently we have completed our fabrication on Ming. Ming's getting pretty chopped up over here. Shun is definitely eating into Ming. Lose 100 Diplo. Yeah, we'll take the hit because of course we don't want to lose our progress. That would be a horrible thing to happen. Let's go and get Wooding. We'll see if we can get a claim on there. We're probably never going to act on these claims, but I'm just doing it to keep my diplomats busy. We might even end up managing to complete our mission and allowing our manpower to recover. It's not very often that happens, but it'd be an interesting thing to see. How's the Holy Roman Empire doing these days? Who's that? That's Brandenburg. Brandenburg is the emperor. There's only 6 electors as well. So there's some interesting stuff going there. Austria, look, there's only 25 princes in the empire all told. Austria is still in there. Austria isn't even an elector. I wonder if they had... Yeah, they're a heretic. I wonder if Brandenburg are... Yeah, Brandenburg are Protestant. So it looks like... there is religious peace. A treaty of permanent religious peace has been established in the Empire. The Emperor may be of any faith. So I don't think they've had the religious war yet, because I think if they had, then there would be either a Catholic or Protestant cross to say it's the official faith is one or the other. But yeah, certainly there's stuff happening. Malaccan separatists, well, yeah, that's again because of Johor. We've got troops down there, so I think we're okay. Again, most of that unrest is coming from the religious conversion that's going on. Once that religious conversion is done, it should solve the problem. So let's keep our eye on things. Let's go ahead and have a look at this. We're still not even halfway yet. We're getting there, though. It's a good job that I noticed that my military power was going down. I just happened to look and notice that I had, like, 11 military power. And I thought, well, hang on, I don't remember spending any of it. I'm sure last time I looked I had, like, 900 or something. And, yeah, it's all because when our leader died and our heir took over, who had no military power at all, we were actually spending more than we were gaining. And luckily, I managed to spot it before it hit 0. Otherwise, we might have had a month or two on Westernization where we weren't spending as much on it as we could be. At least now we are making positive numbers. We should be making positive numbers on all of them. Yeah, 9, 6, and 6. As long as we're making more than 5... If we were making 5, we'd be breaking even. The fact that we're making more than 5 means we will gain a slight increase. If we were making less than 5, say we were only making 4 power a month, then that 4 power would be spent on Westernization. If we were only making 1 per month, that 1 would be spent on Westernization. And that's why it gives you the option to pause it, because sometimes you want to stop Westernizing so that you can save your admin points for something else. It's a very good reason they did that. The last time I tried Westernizing, and I've said this before, I think I was playing as the Iroquois. I was playing as one of the Native American tribes, and England came and started a colony over on the Americas, and I started trying to Westernize from them. We've got some reactionary regiments in Kamikawa. We need to go and find where they are. Kamikawa, hopefully that's going to be on the mainland, and it kind of is... we're already at full maintenance, so we are just going to march over there. It is grasslands, so even if we end up having to attack into them, that's fine. But the problem that I was having as the natives is that while I was trying to Westernize, my country was falling apart. I was getting lots of I'd never Westernized before. It was the first time I'd ever tried it, so I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was getting rebellions all over the place. And I'm going around with my army, doing my best to try and put the rebellions down. And I was trying to hire generals, and I couldn't hire generals because I'd never got any military power. And there was no way to pause the Westernization. So I'm very glad that they've put that ability in, although you don't really want to pause if you can help it, because it doesn't get rid of the unrest. If you pause the Westernization, it's just going to take longer for it to be completed. Ah, reduced ID cost. Very nice. I doubt we'll be able to afford one for a while, but there we go. So there is another battle won. Let's get these guys back down to the capital. Still got the potential of this rebel uprising. It is only at 50%. Brunei separatists actually have a chance to pop. Where's that unrest coming from? Cebu and Brunei themselves. Why have you suddenly decided that you might want to break free? Where are you? Cebu. You are doing what now? Intolerance. Separatism is almost gone, but it is mainly the intolerance. Never have too much grain. Let's just go ahead and improve the, increase the autonomy again. Brunei, again. Let's just increase the autonomy. So we just want these rebellions to go away. That should get rid of all of them apart from the Malaccan separatists. That said, we could even go here and increase the autonomy if we haven't done already. I think maybe I did, though, already do that once. Yeah, we did increase the autonomy here. So these guys are just going to have to sit around. The unrest is plus 11. But of course 6 of that is coming from an active missionary, and 8 is coming from the well, 8.75 is coming from the intolerance, so there'll be 14.75 reduction once that's finished, so I think we'll be okay. The price of grain and wine goes down for a couple of years, so that might mean we start losing significantly more money. That's not an ideal thing to happen. Still, it's not going to do too much. We're losing a lot of power projection here. We haven't really been to war with anybody. Let's go ahead and just insult Ming, just to get a bit of power projection back. Not that it makes an awful lot of difference, really. Got a lot of CBs that we're not really acting on. That's fine. I don't mind that too much. I think there used to be something, I can't remember what it is now. There used to be something, if you had CBs that you weren't acting on, that you would lose something from it. And I can't remember what it was. I always thought it was prestige. If you had CBs that you weren't pressing, and you lost prestige, it might be something else. Lose a stability, or lose 10% tax for 20 years. That is harsh. We'll take the stability hit. And we'll instantly go and bump it back up. We'll keep it at least 2. So this is the thing. I mean, it says that it costs you in total 3,200 Monarch points. But that's not true. Because for a start, when you westernize, you lose 3 stability. So if you want to get that 3 stability back, it's going to cost you however much... however many admin points it will cost you to get those lost stability levels back. Then you get all of the events where you could potentially lose Westernization, and losing Westernization means you've got to spend more more Monarch points to catch back up. Or you get those options where you can outright spend Monarch points to stop another bad event from happening. So there's all these different ways where it costs you more and more Monarch points. So when it's, in my case, when it says a total cost of 3,200 Monarch points, it's probably closer to 5,000, which is why it's always a good idea to try and save up as many Monarch points as you can before you start the Westernization progress. Again, another one, I could lose 120 Monarch points essentially. So no, 11 noble regiments in Awari, which hopefully is easy enough to march to. And it is in the next province, so that's nice and easy. So let's get over there. React away. We will defeat you with our Western technologies. There we go. That's you sorted. This is all, again, I've said it before, it's what makes me laugh about the mission to recover your manpower. You can have the mission to recover your manpower and go around killing rebels, or you can stand your armies in provinces where they get high attrition and your armies have to reinforce. So you're actively spending manpower. You can also go and build regiments and actively spend manpower, and the mission doesn't end. But if you declare war on somebody, even if you don't lose a single man in the war, the mission fails. Which is really weird. All it says is slacken off recruitment and let the country grow. And it says you have to get the manpower to 90%. It doesn't say that it fails if you go to war. So why can't I declare a war and still allow my manpower to grow? I could declare a war and not even actively participate in it and not lose a single man. But I can lose men to attrition and rebels, and that doesn't affect it. Really random. Get it together, Paradox. You cause much confusion. Let's go for Laizu. Just trying to fabricate claims on everything that they've got, really. Let's go ahead, look at the Diplo map, see what we've got claims on. So as you can see, I'm sort of working my way around the edge here. We probably should get a claim here as well. We get everything around the Korean Bay if we did go to war with them. Of course, the other problem we have is even if we do manage to westernize, then we've got to play catch-up, because all of the time and Monarch points we've spent westernizing is time that we haven't spent on improving our tech. So we're falling behind all of the time. The plus side is once we have westernized, then we will be able to catch up really quickly because our technology is essentially going to be cheaper than our neighbours. So we'll be able to get there much more quickly. That's the plan anyway. So slowly ticking up on the points there. Again, our heir's young. He's not too... He doesn't have much Diplo. Did we lose another heir? Did I miss that? I thought our guy was like a 5-1 or 5-something-0. When did we get... This guy's only 16. Maybe we were in a Regency Council or something. And now this guy's taken over. Inaugurated in 1599. Yeah, I didn't even notice when that happened. Okay, fair enough. So, are we actually gaining now? +6, +966. That's what it was at before anyway. Oh, well, he's not fantastic. He's not fantastic, but we are still making some points. The Westernization can continue. Doomsday! Doesn't really affect us. Lose 30 prestige. Fine. We don't want to go back on Westernization. If you accepted every single event that allowed you to lose Westernization progress, you'd never Westernize, because you get those events more often, because most of them I think are lose like 120 progress, and you get them more often than you gain 120 progress. We've completed the mission. Manpower has recovered. Turn somewhere into a city. Well, I'm guessing it's somewhere that we're already colonizing, so I'm just going to say yes, we will. Because you normally only get that mission if you're already colonizing somewhere. A great advisor has died. It is our admin advisor. Now, we had the National Unrest modifier guy, who unfortunately is now dead. We'll go for the tax modifier guy in the meantime. Then hopefully our unrest isn't going to be too high now. Let's just have a quick look there. National unrest is still in the negatives. We're still likely to get these Malaccan separatists. But provincial unrest generally is quite low. We could go ahead and increase our stability once more. It's expensive, but that does decrease the national unrest and gets rid of some of those other rebellion risks. But we will come back to this in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying EU4 as Japan. If you are, do consider leaving the video a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye for now.